get your meter. You should have had that last week.
I've been driving around. People are like, oh, I'm paying more. I tried that.
I need your help. I need your help. Let me get your, I need your help. I need your help. That's the only words out of your mouth. I need your help. I need your help. Don't let what 2 or 3 people tell you. Don't let 2 people stop you from going to see 5 other people.
What do you think it's going to look like in the summer? Same.
Show them the video. Let me show you why you have a guarantee. This was something, whoever you had before in the past, it's a whole different ballgame. You can trust me. Use the word, I need your help. Use the word trust. You can trust me, right? You know me. Let me show you the video. I guarantee you, you do that, you'll go get 5 meters today. Don't put a barricade up in front of you. Like, oh, a couple people told me, oh, you know, so what? Next, next, next. Different approach. Alter your course. Change your verbiage. Hit them in the heart. Show them the Freedom video. Tell them to get their meter out. Take 2 minutes. You ready, Tom? Tom?
He's on the phone.
Oh. How's Jackie doing today?
I'm good. I'm finally understanding everything.
It's starting to come together a little bit, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not real hard, right?
No,
Yeah,
it's not.
It's legal too.
It's just a lot of information first. So.
Yeah, try to, once you get that information, forget about it.
Right, right. No, I'm good now. I think I'm good.
Just go to people and just keep going through the process.
Right. That's what I'm doing.
It's just a numbers game, Jackie. That's
Right.
all the businesses.
Yep.
Your business has probably been stagnant, right? For a year, year and a half.
Yeah.
And I would imagine everyone in our state.
Yeah. Yes.
So you know what I'm doing? I'm calling my solar partner to
Yeah,
sign
Kevin
up
was
solar.
showing me.
Oh,
I
yeah.
called
So
in
Kevin's is different, a little different.
to see if my solar partners can't do meters. I'm calling them to see if they want it.
Yeah, all these guys on Facebook.
But I don't know them, but they're in my back office, they're in my PCC. So I had one already that I tried to contact last night.
That,
I know Molly's working on it, but I don't know what he's on.
What's the lease number on the bill that you're seeing that you're got meters? Dollar, that's what they
Yeah, the rate.
Aggregated down to 89 cents.
There's another,
US dollars. That's
no problem. I hope so.
My bill is only like $30, you know, we only got
Have a sense of urgency. Listen, you need help, you're helping me, showing Freedom videos.
Well, you only pay 30 now, but it's gonna be here for years.
This is just about making a commitment. Once you make a commitment and say you're gonna get 60 meters,
This is
you'll
the
trust
price.
it to go up.
He's outside working and goes
You don't want it to go up, do you? You're paying $30, and it's great, but for you,
When you stop at people's house, hey, listen, you know,
price certainly
you
for
know,
3 years. It's
take
price
time to go
protection for the
down.
next 3 years.
It's just about once you get through that, it's like I said, it's getting done on the first.
All right, Bob, well, we gotta do the
You
deposit.
don't know what they're gonna buy. They might buy it.
Bye, my brother. I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, but
Jackie,
That's, I think something like that. And I kind of remember missing, you know, when they were finished that room, when you first it's
you have to hit it with a passion. Say that it's green, what the impacts are. You gotta get them that you're helping with, like John said.
Ready, Tom?
And, you know,
Yeah, I think everyone's here has some time in, right? You work for a good guy.
if they don't want to, they don't want to.
What do you want to do? You want to draw out people's businesses? Because I bet you people don't even know what they have to do to get to the next step.
Yeah, let's go through the 8, we can buzz through the 8 steps real quick, in 20 minutes, in 20 minutes.
All right, go ahead. Let's get
Do
started.
you have a bill on you?
Watch the TV.
Oh, I have a copy, I might have a copy. No, I don't.
What's up, bro?
Briefcase.
I talked that about that.
Later's gonna be at that now.
Oh, alright, well, we're just.
You guys sit over here.
Call me.
Alright.
You good?
Right to the left of that big picture, that first drawing, right?
Morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Tony and I were going to go through, there's a couple new people that are here. So what Tony and I are going to go through is we're going to start off with what builds a business, what we're in business for. And it starts with customer acquisition, right? To be at any level in this company, you only need a handful of meters. When I say a handful, you only need 25 personal customers. But if we don't go out and get these personal customers, we always say the two questions in this business: is it worth it? Can I do it? If you don't get the personal customers, a lot of people are trying to recruit 10, 20, 30, 40 people, but they haven't accomplished the first goal that we need to accomplish. That's what we call getting dirt underneath our fingernails. And believe me, it's tough sometimes. It's tough sometimes when you're learning a new skill, when you're learning a new trade. You gotta learn how to master the basics. And there's a couple phrases that Tony and I will go over with you. And you heard me say it this morning around the kitchen table having coffee. It's about making it personal. They call them personal customers, PCC, personal customer count. Because you need to make it personal. We all go through the same thing in this business. We're going to go to people that we think are just going to hand us over their bill. They're close to us. We think they're our friends, but yet they don't want to help us. Why is that? Why is that? You wonder why is that? Because they really don't want to see you get ahead. They know more than you. You can't change that person's mind. Right? But then when you get outside that warm market, that real hot market relationship into a warm market relationship, there's people out there that you patronize, that work at your house, that you've done business with, that you patronize their store, their dry cleaners. When you go to them, or the hairstylists, right? When you go to all of these people and you say, hey, listen, I need your help. When you open up and what do you need? Listen, I'm with a green energy company. We're making a difference in the environment for the future of your children, my children. I could lock you in with price certainty over a 3-year period. See, it's about being knowledgeable about the product. You don't have to know a whole hell of a lot. And if you have a problem, show them the video. Like my cousin Bobby. He went out and got his fast start bonus. He didn't have a big Rolodex. He was not sure of himself. He was uncomfortable. But he made a focal point and a commitment that he was going to go out and get his meters. He wrote it down. Every day he was going to people and overcoming a lot of this.
N-O. No! No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
They don't matter. They don't matter.
Last time, no.
What matters is that you have a vision and you have a belief within yourself that you're going to accomplish your goal and go out and get those meters. Because until you go out and get those meters, you cannot go to anyone else that comes into your business and say to them, hey, go do what I do if you're sitting there with 2 meters. Once you get this and once you start getting more comfortable by getting uncomfortable, it's going to start coming a lot easier. And Tony can tell you how it happened to him. Tony's a retired lieutenant in the state police, ran a barracks, was a powerful guy with the state police. He called me after 2 weeks, says, I'm having trouble. I thought I was going to get these meters like that. I said, what are you saying? He was saying too much. He wasn't going up to people and saying, I need your help. Once he altered his course, he started putting meters like that. I said, wow. It's a lot easier than I thought it was. Because he was willing to alter his approach, alter his course, right? So Folks, this is key. You can't have anyone follow you if you haven't already accomplished something or are not willing to do it. It's as simple as that. It's a grind the first month, but think about it. Once you go get those 20, 25, 30 customers, they're there. You don't need to focus that anymore. I guarantee you, you'll start getting a lot more customers just by cherry picking when you meet different people. You'll start throwing 2 more into your basket this week, 2 more next week, 2 more next week. But you have to go through the process. If you let a couple people that tell you, and I was talking to Mikey about it this a little while ago, if you let a couple people tell you, oh, something happened to me 3 years ago. No, you say to them, hey, trust me, I'm not somebody cold calling you on the phone. I'm a relationship that's going to manage your business. I would never do nothing to hurt you or your family. Once you make that pronounced, that's when things start happening, right? So have confidence in yourself. Have confidence in the product. Because if you don't have the belief, you're not going to go anywhere. This is about just going like I did. The day I got in my truck and I just kept going to people's house, said, I need your help. Grab your electric bill. That's all I did. I need your help. Grab your electric bill. I think I can help you out. Let me get on your computer. Oh yeah, I can lock you in for 3 years. Now, this is what I say now, with a fixed rate, guaranteed rebate on the back end. Price certainty. Greener product, cheaper price. You being in this company for 1 year with Veridian is equivalent to you recycling at your house for 30 years. Do you recycle? Yeah, I recycle. Okay, then you gotta be a customer. Because you're making a bigger impact by being a customer and you're saving money to boot. More importantly, you're helping me out. That's the key, folks. Make it personal. That's how you get ahead. That's how you go get your meters. It's all about meter acquisition. The people that come in, every top leader in this company has a minimum of 30, 35, 50 personal meters. And it didn't come easy for none of them. None of us. But we got dirt underneath our fingernails. We made a commitment. You got to be able, you can't go to somebody and look somebody in the eye and say, do what I did, if you got 2 or 4 meters. You want somebody to duplicate what you did? This business is all about duplication. That's why going out and making that first story for yourself is getting your bonus, getting your meters. Even if you miss your bonus, getting your meters. We can all get them. All we got to do is sort through people. When you lack in skills, you make up for in numbers. Any questions before we move on from the customer acquisition? Kev, how do you go about getting customers? Kev, you get an awful lot of customers.
Make it personal.
And when somebody tells you no, what do you dwell on that?
No.
You don't care.
I won't do business with them no more. I won't help them. I have an ability to help a lot of people do things. They always ask me for favors. If you don't give me your meter, I can show you how to save money. I just can't help it. Make it personal. I keep it personal. And sooner or later, they're going to need to borrow my truck again or do something, and they're going to say, okay, well, what do you need from me now? Well, okay, now I'll do anything for you. You helped me when I needed your help, like I always helped you when you needed your help.
So you put it right to the line. No beating around the bush. You put it right up. I help you. I patronize you. I need your help now, but really I'm helping you because it's not costing you a penny. You're saving money, so you explain to them, right?
Exactly, because I have a service business. I have friends that need their driveways plowed in the wintertime, and I don't charge them. I mean, they would pay $50, $60 to have it done. And then I ask them for the meter, and they say, no, well, okay, that's not a problem, thanks. Next time they call me, okay, well, what happened? Oh, I didn't get your meter. It cost me $60 to plow your driveway. I'm asking you to do something for me for nothing and save money. And help me, like I'm helping you.
Yeah.
If you can't handle that, I'll move on to another friend. There's somebody else out there that wants my help and is willing to help me.
So what Kevin's saying here, folks, is you got to understand the game before you start playing. Everybody's going to run into obstacles. Nobody comes in this business and goes to 15 people and 15 people hand over. It don't happen. But if you have a list of 50 people, I guarantee you'll get 25 of those meters.
And all I do is
it's a numbers game.
I explain to them, John, this is what I'm doing. I'm passionate about this. I'm trying to build another business beside this business where I can, hopefully plan B will become my plan A, because I'm tired of doing what I'm doing and I need your help. And if they can't give me your help, go to somebody else that you're willing to help and they're willing to help you. And the people that you didn't help or you did help and won't help you, trust me, they will come into your business or they will give you a meter because they need your help.
Yeah, the no's mean not now, maybe later. Trust me, when it comes to an associate or customers, Mario Persico talked about a couple weeks ago, he went to people, nah, I don't want to do that, and then other people they knew were saving money through the rising cost in the New York markets, and they had price stability, right? So when you go to people and tell them, hey, you can trust me, and you look them in the eye, it's what you say and how you say it that penetrates through to somebody else. So
But
Tony,
more importantly, John, why would you say that? Why? This is the whole business. If you don't want something out of this business, you're never going to do what, you know, John's not browbeating me to get customers. If you don't want to get customers, why even show up this morning? Because this whole business is based on helping people go green, and then we generate money from that, correct? Am I right, or am I too rough on that?
No. I mean, it's straight shooting. And guys, sometimes I have people in my business that have been in my business for a year that all of a sudden come in one more time to this meeting, they go out and get 12 meters in 3 days. This is not hard to do. This is not rocket scientist. It's about wearing your heart on your sleeve, believing, because if you don't believe in what we're doing, you're really not going to go anywhere in this business. You could say, oh yeah, I want to start another business. If you don't believe that you could hop in your car and go see 10 people today and get 5 meters, which you can, trust me, you can. You know what? It's never going to happen for you. It's not. I've watched people. I've met a lot of people yesterday up in Boston. I met people in New York that just are hungry. Right? When you're hungry to do something or achieve something, everything else goes out the window. When you're desperate in your mind that you have to accomplish something, you won't make any excuses. You're not going to make it. You don't care if 10 people tell you no, because the next 5 will be yeses. Right? The more no's you get, there's always yeses coming. And it's more how you hone your skills and get more comfortable and just going to people. Showing up at their front door and say, hey, I need to make a bonus. I need, whatever it is. You need to help me out. When people want to help other people, trust me. Most people would rather help somebody else than help themselves. Really, that's the fact of the matter.
It's the first and most important step to be proficient in, because if you can get proficient at that, then you can teach that. And when you teach that, that's where this business explodes. That's why John has 25,000 customers. Because he was able to go out, do something, and then duplicate it with 15 people in his room and teach him how to do that. And then from 15 people in his room, he's got probably 2,500 associates, 3,000 associates doing the same thing. Now, is everybody going to put meters? Is everybody that's in our business here this morning? No, absolutely not. You know, the few people that can see this and want to learn, you guys are here, and that's just the way that it goes. And what is it? Is it fear? If it is fear, what you have to figure out about fear is what's stopping you from doing that. And forget about what's stopping you is if you don't do this, if you don't perform and become proficient at this business, what is going to happen? How bad can it get for you? You're doing this for a reason. Is it, you know, and think about the worst thing that can happen and pit it like, I have to ask this big guy here, right? This big 6'5" John Piantek. I have to ask him if he would become my customer. If I don't, I have to put something in my head that's awful. If I don't ask John, I'm going to lose my kids. I'm going to lose my family. I'm going to be homeless. Something that, you know, is kind of far-fetched, but could be a reality if you don't pull this business off. Something that you can feel the pain about. So what's greater, the pain of not doing this or simply asking John? Now that might be uncomfortable, but that pain is going to trigger you to ask that guy or ask that person for help. And that's what we all have to get over.
See, I believe when you go to somebody, now let's cap this off so we can move forward on the duplication part, but I believe when you go to somebody with passion, have a smile on your face, and almost make it like it's just nonchalant, that it's something that they're supposed to do because you believe in it that much, you're going to shift their mind. But if you go to them and say, hey Jack, you think you could be a customer of mine? That's not going to inspire somebody else to feel your passion, guys. This is a business of passion. If you don't have excitement and you don't have confidence, Nobody's going to do anything for you. When you go and you're positive and say we're making a difference, because we are making a difference, and you let people know that, and I can give you price certainty, and you'll be helping me and my family out. I'd really appreciate your help. If they don't get it after that, guess what? They're not your friends. That's the early part of this business. You're going to find out who your real friends are. Because the people closest to you are the ones that are going to say no. Because they said it to me, they said it to Tony, they said it to Kevin. Right? Kevin's got a relative in Connecticut. If you know people in Connecticut, it's the best market in the United States. If you know 10 people, you should be able to make 10 phone calls and get 10 meters in 5 minutes. Each. 5 minutes each, 10 meters. It's a no-brainer in Connecticut. You don't have to get that much into the weeds. In New Jersey, we have a good rate in JCP now, moving forward for the next 3 years. People are going to save money. A little bit more explanation shown in the video. Customer acquisition, very
Yeah,
important.
and that's what it's worth to you, you know, when we got some new folks in the room. So here's what it's worth when we go out. Look, if you're in New Jersey, I'm telling you, if you're part of my team, you're not in the natural gas market at all. Do not put customers in New Jersey in a natural gas product, okay, until we get freedom. We don't have freedom. But electric, you know, you get 8 folks in 8 weeks. Say it includes yourself to go electric. It's a $200 return. And if you do 16 in those 8 weeks, okay, that's nice. That's $350. Okay, can you do that? Yeah. Is there gonna be some bumps in the road? Hell yeah. And now, if you want to go out and just rip the Band-Aid off, 16 in 4 weeks, that's a $600 return. Now, the solar has changed down there. If you get 1 solar, it's $100. Okay, but when you get 2 solars, it's now $250. So it makes it a little more advantageous. So you got to know somebody. Maybe it's yourself who's going to go solar. So if you, just yourself, 7 other people that you know that have electricity, and then you become your own solar customer, that's a $300 return that you could probably do in about 3 hours. Okay? Go ahead, Kev.
Also with the solar guys, you gotta understand something. You get that 100, and then after it goes, I just received my check last week from Solar City. They sent me another $250.
Right,
For being a
you're
solar
right.
customer. So
That's $550.
Exactly.
For
Just
each
for
one.
putting solar on my own house, guys, I got a check from Solar City for $250.
So is that decent value?
More, 250 more than that $100 I got. So,
Right. So we're talking about 300 plus 250 is 550. 550 for going 8 and 1. Can you do that in 3 hours? Yeah, I think you can. Can you certainly do it in 8 weeks? Absolutely. So I mean that's yeah.
not to cut you off, but guys, it's $550 for your own solar, guys. And then if you do that fast start bonus, that's $600. That's $1,150 you can make in 30 days. Not $600. You think of your own house. If you believe in the solar and you believe in your product, you have to put it on your house. You gotta let people see
Gene, you
it.
gotta be excited that solar's
Oh, yeah.
in Philly now, right?
Oh, yeah, very, very excited.
Yeah, for those who didn't know, they just went from Bucks County south, basically.
Yep.
But
Everyone is just signing up. It's incredible.
Well, you know,
we've been waiting for this for.
When you go to people, and I was talking to Johnny about it this morning, he said to me, he goes, John, what was your electricity bill last month?
$2.60.
$2.60. That's a story. The business is all about a story. It's about rating a story, right? New couple just came into business. He goes out and gets 20 meters and gets that money wired in his account.
every Friday.
He can show people, hey, look what I made in 1 week by helping people. By helping people save money and help the environment. That's the story. See, we have one time to write our story, and we have thousands of times to share our story. John has a story. He got his electric bill, it was $2.60. He's got solar on his house. He can put solar on people's house in South Amboy for nothing, just like I have on my house. Kevin has on his, and Tony has on his. Why not share that story if you're going to help people and help your family and help yourself? If you don't write the story, you got nothing to tell anybody. That's why you got to put yourself out there. See, there's two things in life, and Tony talked about it. There's severe pain, and there's severe pleasure with a lot of things in between. Nobody moves away from the pain of a job, being under control of somebody else. Everybody tell you don't move away from the pain until the pain gets too great. And most of the time, when the pain gets too great, it's too late. You got to start looking towards the future. Where do you want to be at? We know where this is going. Do you want to be a part of it in 5 years? When there's going to be people making $1 million a year that were just average people? Right? This is what it's about. It's about having a vision. Taking control of your life by taking massive action. It doesn't happen overnight, but when you keep coming to trainings and meetings and saying, wow, there's something besides my regular job that I believe in 4 to 5 years, I can double my income without having to go to work. Is that enough to drive you? It's enough to drive me. I want to enjoy my life. I want to be able to hop in my car like I'm doing now. We just came back from Boston. I left my regular business. I don't care. I have another backup plan that's paying me a lot of money, and it's going to pay me a lot more money, and it's going to protect my family. That's enough to drive me to do a meeting every Sunday, to drive to Boston, to go out to Cincinnati, to go to D.C. and Maryland to support groups, to hop in my car. It's about the effort, guys. And you can all have it if you want it, if you want to move away from the pain. What we got next, Kate?
Well, it's really step 2 is commitment. And we've been talking about that. And we're not going to get too depth into, we try to get to meetings, but, we want to commit a few hours a week in our commutes or whatever we can scrap up to do this business. And this is commitment and goals in a nutshell.
You want to be successful. Here's the thing you have to do. You have to jump. There is no way around it. You have to jump. Every successful person has jumped. You got to jump. You got to take a leap of faith. You got to dash off that cliff, and you got to jump out there as far as you can. Now, a lot of times you stand on the cliff of life, and you see other people soaring by, gliding down like a bird flying through the air. They're going over to the south of France. You see them on a boat somewhere. You see their family vacationing here, their family vacationing there. You see them dressing like this. You see them in New York, then you see them in London. They flying by. You know why? It's because their parachute open. But the only way to get your parachute to open so you can soar, you got to jump. Now here's the problem. Here's the problem, my friends. When you jump, I can assure you one thing. You listening? I promise you this. Your parachute will not open right away. No. That's the fear part. I promise you your parachute will not open right away. You're gonna hit them sides of the rocks. You're gonna tear your back out on them cliff. You're gonna cut yourself. You're gonna get wounded. You're gonna get some tears and stuff like that. But eventually, your parachute will open, and you'll be soaked. But here's the other caveat. Let me teach you this right here. If you do not jump, I promise you one thing. Your parachute will never open. So you safe, but you'll never soak. You got to jump. I got to jump.
I want to, before we go, we're talking about setting goals and making commitments. I want to ask a couple personal questions here. Kevin, just say, right, hypothetically, your fast start bonus ends tomorrow. You need 10 more meters. Today, you got to get 10 more meters today. You know it's effort. But if you put in your mind that you're letting your kids down, your family down, because it's really what you're doing, would you go out, whatever it took, and I know you, if you shifted your mind, you would go out and get those 10 meters today, right?
100%.
Michalisa Leftwich, who a lot of us in the room knows, she's in the Angels group. She had 2 days left to get her bonus. She only had 2 meters.
And she left it to her husband to do.
Yeah, she left it to her
The
husband.
man of the house couldn't get it done, so she got a little pissed off.
She went and took her kids out of school and drove to New York for a whole day and got 16 meters in one day. You know why? Because she was hungry. She wanted to write her story. You know, see, that's what it's all about, folks, is making a commitment. We can make excuses all day. I certainly can. I know we all have room to make excuses. What do excuses really get us? They get us in that pot, in that pool of life that everybody else is in, that you see rushing in the morning, going back and forth to work. Running that same rat race every day, driving the turnpike, driving to New York City to go make somebody else rich. That's all it gets you. So the key is, like Tony said, it's key when you set your goals. If a girl like Jackie, and I only know Jackie a couple weeks now, I think she's a pit bull. I think she's like my wife. I think she's a business-minded person. I don't think she fails at anything she puts her mind to do. If a person like Jackie gets pissed off and says, I'm going to go out and get 12 more customers before Tuesday, guess what? If she writes that down and makes a commitment to herself, she'll never let herself down. See, it's about making that commitment, setting that goal. That's when you take action. Because if you don't set that goal, you have no target to shoot at. If you keep saying, you know, yeah, I'll do it tomorrow. Yeah, I'm busy today. I'm kind of tired. I'm just going to relax today, lay around, pet the dogs, lay on the couch, stuff my face. Yeah, I'll do it tomorrow. Guess what? I got news for you. Tomorrow never comes, folks. The people that get ahead in life are the ones that take action immediately. Yes, go.
You know, I focus this business on, not to bring up my son-in-law, who's a professional baseball player, but if Todd didn't go out and get up every morning at 6 o'clock and do his stretches and hit and go to batting practice like he does all year long, Todd wouldn't be where he is today. I have a successful business. I'm tired of it. I'm taking time off from my business now to go to Cincinnati. It's my busiest time of the year. I'm paying my guys to stay home for 2 weeks so they don't leave me and go to another job. But I know if I don't make that commitment, or I don't try or set my goal, I'll never know if I could ever succeed and make that goal. I made my goal in my business. I made my goal in my life with my family and supporting them. I had to. I have 4 daughters. I support them. I work hard to do that, and I'm going to keep doing that. But I want to work hard at another business also for 4 to 5 years that will more than take care of them with no headaches at all. So if I don't focus on that part, I'll never get there. And I want to get there. Just being committed. It's only 3 years. I've worked in my business for 33 years. If I can make the same money in 3 to 5 years, why not, guys?
Yeah, you know, Kev, good point. I talked yesterday in front of a large group up in Massachusetts. A lot of hungry people out on a Saturday morning. You know, it's tough to get people out. A lot of them have kids doing sports. We had 100 people in the room just from one of my groups yesterday on a Saturday morning. And you know what I loved about it? There was a lot of people that were underdogs in life, just average people. And I say, listen, this is the first time in your life. It don't matter what nationality you are. It don't matter the color of your skin. It don't matter, you know, if you speak with a lisp, or if you have, you know, it doesn't matter. That your past don't matter when you come here, because it's a level playing field. This is a chance to let an average person become really special, right? And have a life with some significance. But it comes back to really taking action. How many people we know that just constantly make excuses, right? It's the American way. Making excuses is the American way. Because everybody thinks it's acceptable. People make excuses to me. I don't criticize that person. I feel sorry for that person. Yeah, okay.
You know, John, if you look at any successful person in the world, and you look at them, how did they get there, guys? And look at the people that go out to work every day and work at a job. Why? Because they made an excuse. They can always better yourself. The rich people don't have excuses. They fly all over. They do whatever they need to do to get to where they want to be. The people that work for these people are the lazy people. These are the people that want just to go to work and get their job. But if you want to do something better, be like the rich people. Do what the rich people do. Follow them. They never have an excuse. I'm sure Elon Musk don't have an excuse of why he wouldn't fly on a plane today, go tomorrow, or a movie star, or a baseball player gets on a plane and goes somewhere else. They are always on the move, and they're always doing their job. And that's why they're successful, John. Think about that, guys.
That's the first action step coming up now. All this stuff is what's going to drive you. What's going to drive you? The first action step, okay, is really writing a bunch of names down, okay? And who do you know? That's it. Who do you know? And you got to write that down. Go ahead, bud.
On this subject, it was talked to me quite a while ago with network marketing. We have the ability to sponsor our weakness. Whatever we're not, we can go out there and sponsor. If we're not a business owner, we can go out and sponsor a business owner. And all of a sudden, now we have a business owner. If we're not a cop man, we can get out there and sponsor a policeman. If we're not in the military, we sponsor military. We have the ability to go out there and just share this business. And whatever you're not, you have the ability to all of a sudden become.
That's wonderful. Wow. Well said.
Well said, David.
Well, always you take a nugget out of a meeting. That's something we haven't heard before. That's a hell of a nugget.
Yeah.
And write who you want in your business. That's the coolest thing about this. You don't have to have your family in this business. You don't have to have
It's amazing. I got a quick story about this, about Tony's talking about the list. One of my key leaders up in Massachusetts, the guy's a pit bull, his name is Eric Fromm. He's been through 12 surgeries already, just had a steel rod put in his back. The guy, 2 weeks out of the hospital, was walking 7 miles when he was supposed to be on a walker for 2 months. The guy has no fear. He put the pain out of his mind. He brought a Hispanic guy I met yesterday for this guy Juan from Massachusetts. He met in the mall. He was walking around a mall with professional cards, just meeting people and shaking their hands, looking at how people walked, how their posture was, how confident they carried themselves, and he just started introducing himself. He got 3 associates out of him. The one guy's name was Juan. The guy's a 29-year-old Hispanic guy, physical fitness guy, that works in a mall, working his rear end off, has a beautiful baby girl. This guy came into business. He's got 27 meters in a week, his first week in the business. He's got 9 frontline associates. Folks, he don't have a Rolodex. You know what he has, the one common denominator? He's hungry. When you find people, it don't matter if they have the biggest Rolodex in the world. If they don't have an appetite or any hunger, you're better off finding a hungry housewife that has a will and wants to change their life. That's the key component. Finding people who are hungry.
Well, let's hit this video, because that's exactly what John's alluding to. How are we finding these people? What are the type of people we're looking for? And it's everybody who's in our list.
In this section, I want to talk to you about a different kind of quadrant. Years ago, I found out there was 4 kinds of people in the world. One type are people who must be right. These people know all the right answers. They went to school, they know everything. You can't tell them anything. This is not a good business for them, because their minds are too set. Another kind of person is a person who must be comfortable. The house could be on fire, but they're still watching TV, eating a hot dog, watching what's going on in the world. These people are toast, because the world economy is not coming back. The world economy has moved on. And people who need to be comfortable will probably be left behind. So the people who need to be comfortable, you probably shouldn't talk to them, because you only make them uncomfortable. And they're probably not going to make the move, because number 1 priority is being comfortable. Another kind of person is a person who must be liked. They want to please everybody. This is probably not the business for them either, because they want somebody else's approval. They want to be the good little boy or girl saying, I did the right thing, didn't I? You like me, don't you? And so they'll probably not be successful in the 21st century, because they'll probably want to be liked by people who have to be right. And people want to be comfortable. All right, good, be comfortable. All right, you're very right. It's probably being liked. But the business for the people of the 21st century are people who must win. And that's where I am at. One of the best things I was taught in the Marine Corps and in military school is not how many times you get knocked down, it's how many times you stand up. When somebody knocks you back, what do? You hurt my feelings? You'll probably not be successful. The world will probably pass you by. Because as I said, the world economy is moved on. It's not coming back. So winners will win, but winning takes sacrifice. Success takes sacrifice. And these are the people who will do best in business of the 21st century. So when you're talking to people, about this business, you have to look at them and ask yourself, is this person really just going to be like, and they'll tell you what you want to hear, or they're going to argue with you because they know all the right answers, or they're going to get very upset with you for disturbing them. So what you're looking for in the network marketing business are people who want to win. People who know the economy has moved on. You'll find every race, gender, age, and background in network marketing. But what they really want to do is they want to win. It really is a true playing field in the world, but not for these people. These people will be left behind. Network marketing is for people who want to win because network marketing is the business model of the future. If you want the government to take care of you, then just keep doing what you want to do. It is possible for everyone to win. But the problem is you've got to commit to it. You've got to say, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to dedicate 5 years of my life. Well, look at the leaders and say, those are the people I want to be like. Those are the kinds of people I want to hang out with. That's what you got to say to yourself. And I want to help other people do what I want to do and win in life. And that's why I support network marketing, because it really is the business for the 21st century.
This is Robert Kiyosaki, and many of us in this room have watched this video over and over again. But if you read his book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and I'm going to revisit that today, one of the big things on helping people like us who were in traditional jobs, I'm thinking about you, Clarence, right now, is he tells them almost right away, if you want to transform things, start a home-based business. Because now, and then there's business owners in this room, and whether they know it or not, it's much more advantageous for them come tax time than it would be for somebody that's working 40, 50 hours a week on a salary. So that's all part of it too. And I spoke with a pretty smart guy. He retired from the state police, got another job at the state, and now he's paying 55 cents on a dollar in taxes. He really wanted to look at this home-based business because he's a student, because he needs to do something with his taxes. And I'm not a tax expert or an accountant or anything, but apparently there are a lot more things that I'm writing off than I couldn't if I just had another job. So study that Robert Kiyosaki stuff. That may be something that I now bring up on third-party calls with people that may be interested in that are not involved in their own businesses or anything like that. So I figured I'd share that with you this morning. So we have a contact and invite. It is the 4th step.
Tom, let's hit the list real quick about keeping that book, how important that book is, right?
Okay.
Folks, this list, you got to keep the book, not in your phone, not in your Rolodex, not in your computer. You got to keep a book with you. That book will retire you in 4 to 5 years. Get a book like this, something you keep with you at all times. You're always adding to it. You're meeting new people every day. You're having conversations with people. It's always about them. Don't vomit Viridian on them. Hey, where you from, man? You got a beautiful family. Just strike up a conversation. That's what this is about, connecting and bonding with people. That's all the business is about.
Planting seeds wherever you go.
That's right. And then it's how you water them. It's how much the seeds grow. It's all it's about is meeting new people, because you're giving people a gift if you approach them the right way.
But what the hell do you do with the list? Right? Well, the first thing you do, you get this monstrous list. And I'm talking really to the new folks, and I'm going to have to redo my list again because it's a disaster. It's 3 years old. I gotta rewrite it and get it squared away. You gotta mark it down. Your A players, you have to get to your A players right away, because we all have A players in our life, right? People, oh geez, and they're usually the first people we think about. They could ever come into my business. Boy, with that, they're very resourceful, they're very influential. The B's are really everybody else, and the C's are your customers. You know, people that you don't want to be in your business, but C's are customers, people that would definitely be my customers. So what I do now is each week, Sunday night usually, is I chunk for the week what I'm going to work on. it's between 5, and this is me personally, this is not part of the training, but I take 5 to 7 names out, and I'm gonna work on that this week. As far as further building rapport or getting an opportunity to sit down with them and show that video. So it's 5 to 7 names I take out of my list of 450 every week. And you know, we all add names, so they could be new names, they could be old names. You review your list, and I take 5 to 7, I write that on a separate little piece of paper, and I work on that.
Tony?
Yes?
There's another very important part of the list which I was also taught quite a while ago regarding network marketing. It's so important, is when you're building your list, you don't only want to put people on that list that you think would be good for this business. You need everybody on that list, because the more names you take out of your head, the more the ability you have now to free up room. It sounds ridiculous, but you're actually freeing up space in your mind to be able to go and meet new people, and you'll be able to go and create and think of people you haven't thought of before. So get everybody out of your head and get them on the paper.
It is absolutely an exercise. It's a 2 to 3 hour exercise to write the list down. And you know what? You say, well, 2 to 3 hours now. If you sit down and you just start writing the list, when you pick your head back up, it'll be 2 to 3 hours later and you won't believe it. Because what you're doing is you're emptying your mind. Now, as I write David's name down, all of a sudden, what am I thinking about? I'm thinking the 2 to 4 people that David's connected with. Now that's leading me down another path, and I'm writing, and I'm writing, and I'm writing, and I'm writing. And it's like a computer. You're just downloading all that crap that's in your head. And as we're all getting old in this room, we get all that out, and we have all this free memory now. And we have this beautiful list that is now really the most precious part of our business and the most precious part of our resource. So step 4 is where all the money's at. The step 4 is where a guy like John Piontek has a gene in his body that he can contact and invite anybody, because he has this fear. And they should run some genetic tests on John, find out what it is that can make him walk up to anybody at any time, start a conversation, build a rapport, and then say that you would like to sit down with them and get their opinion on something. Because that's what John does better than anybody in this entire business. And we're very fortunate to be here real close, living to John, and he's at our meetings because he's got that. And it gets annoying sometimes where maybe you're out to dinner with John and he's got one ear on you, one ear on the people behind you that are having dessert, and the next thing you know, he's sitting and having dessert with them people. But that is the freak nature of what he has, the gift that he has. Joe O doesn't have that, Bob Quintana doesn't have that, none of them have what that is, okay? But I don't think you can teach it, okay? But I think you can listen to it how he does it when he does it. It's really based on his belief, and I think and I'll let John talk to it himself. It's based on his belief that other people are no better than him, and he can have the life that he really wants by simply sharing something. And nobody's going to get hurt. This is simply, there's nothing to be embarrassed about. You're just sharing an opportunity that is a wonderful opportunity.
Yeah, I you know what, like Tony says, I believe in my mind, number one, I believe totally about the mission of this company. I believe that from day one, that if I kept working at it and let nothing distract me, by approaching as many people as possible, I was going to build a business that's going to set me and my family free for life. And that happened, right? So my belief from right from the beginning, I tell people, just borrow my belief. Do as I did and you'll get what I got. And when I go to people and see people, I generally believe I'm giving people a gift. Where else can you go to somebody and say, if you hit this on your part-time, you can be retired for the rest of your life in 5 years? But if somebody came to you in corporate America and said, hey, we can buy into this business and really convince you, and you got to put $100,000 or $200,000 out, what are the chances of that happening? This is not a big value proposition. It's about big belief, right? That's where that comes in.
John, I have Joe on. He's ready to video conference. You want to get him in?
Yeah.
All right, Joe. Go ahead. Do your thing. Yep. I'm gonna connect you right now.
Hi,
This is Joe Occhio-Grosso, Diamond Ambassador with Viridian Energy. So I want to take a couple of minutes here to help you guys understand how to get someone to see this business. I've been doing meetings lately and giving this kind of speech, and people have been saying, wow, that's great information, Joe. So instead of just repeating myself over and over again and having people drive 2 hours to hear it, I'm going to do this real quick on YouTube for you guys. So basically, how do I get someone, how does a new person get someone to see their business? Now, when you're new in the business, everyone has anxiety. You know, what should I say? How do I say it? And we know when they see the video and they're excited, we say to ourselves, you know enough to be dangerous right now. So here's the best way we've come up with to get someone to see the video. Very simple. Hey, I started the green energy business, and I'm really excited about it. I would love to show you my business plan. I'd like to get your opinion on my new business. I have a business plan video that me and my partners made. It's about 13, 14 minutes long, and I'd love to buy you a cup of coffee and just get your opinion on what I'm doing next, or what I'm excited about. Or you know how busy I am. I got 3 kids, I got Little League coming up, or my parents, I'm taking care of my parents these days, and I'm so busy, but I'm really excited about this new green energy business. I'd like to sit down with you and just get your opinion. Now notice, I'm not asking them to join, I'm not asking them to sign up, I'm not saying, hey, let's get rich, I'm not saying you want to make extra money, okay? Depends how well you know the person. If someone you grew up with, you can be a little more open about that. But this is not a script, this is just a guideline. And you can massage it, but I love using the whole idea of, I respect your opinion. I would like you to look at my business plan. Not something I'm considering, okay? It's something you're doing. And I have a business plan video that my partners made, and I want you to see it. You get comfortable with that. So people, when you hear that, they're like, that I can do. Now, every once in a while, people come to Frank and I and say, I just can't get someone to see the video because they think it's one of those recruiting things or one of those pyramid things. If they think that, you've already said too much. You've already said way too much. This is no different than if you wanted to start a yogurt store in town. If you came to me and said, hey Joe, I want to open up this storefront in town, and I'd love for you to look at the numbers. Here's how many employees I'm going to need, here's the equipment, here's the rent. I would say, you know what, I don't know much about retail, but I'd be happy to look at the numbers. He's not asking me to go in partners with him, he just wants me to look at the business plan. So that kind of nice, soft effect is, listen, you got 20, 30 minutes, I'd love to show you my business plan. Ideally, in person, cup of coffee. Let's get together, cup of coffee. You walk in there, how's it going? You catch up on old times, whatever it is. If they can't do a cup of coffee, lunch, something like that, the second best way is, when can you be in front of your computer for 20 to 30 minutes? I want to show you my video. Now, in this day and age, people are going to say, send me the video, I'll watch it tonight. Don't do that. Never send the video. LiveViridian.com is our website. Hold that near and dear. Do not just email that, do not Facebook that for you new people, okay? Your business card shouldn't have it on there, okay? We're talking about green energy deregulation, and the first exposure is very important. So LiveViridian.com, do not give that out until you have a time and date. So if they're gonna say, send it to me, I'll check it out this weekend, I'll call you on Monday, or call me on Monday. Don't do it. Say, listen, I'd like to set up a time when you can really spend 20 to 30 minutes, and I want to get one of my partners on the phone. And I want you, if you would, do me a favor and write down a few questions and ask my new partners some questions. Because maybe there's something I'm missing. Maybe there's something I'm not seeing. Maybe, maybe you're gonna ask a question that I haven't come up with. Doesn't that make it a lot easier, guys, when you're out there talking about this business, instead of worrying about things? And because when you say, hey, I want you to join my new business, they're already thinking, how do I tell him no? In this case, they're just, okay. And especially if it's remote. Now, if they're at home watching it, you're in the car, and I'm in the car, okay, the nice thing about this business is there's 3 people involved. One's looking at the video, one sets it up, and one's the 3-way call. Only one of the 3 has to actually be watching the video. And then you call and you say, listen, I'm going to get this guy on the phone. If you want to give him a hard time, give him a hard time. Please do me a favor. Maybe poke some holes through this. You know what to say. You'll know what to say when to say it. But you basically say, I started a new business. And now, for those that are professionals, we get this all the time. Maybe you're in health insurance, you're in life insurance, or you have a bunch of clients, and you don't want to send a mixed message to your clients. So these are that's the problem I had when I got started in title insurance. I had a bunch of title insurance clients, and how do I go to these lawyers and mortgage bankers and tell them I'm doing green energy now? are they going to say, well, what about my title? So when you have the conviction and the confidence to say, look, I know you think I'm your title insurance guy, and I am, and I appreciate your business, but I'm really an entrepreneur at heart. And I'm an entrepreneur who happens to be doing title. And I know you're an entrepreneur, you have an entrepreneurial spirit as well. I'd like to show you my business that I'm doing on the side, just to get my opinion. I'm sorry, just get your opinion. And again, I'm doing it on the side, spending a lot of time doing it, so I want to know if you think I'm crazy, am I wasting my time? So take the pressure off of yourself, take the pressure off the prospect, and let them just watch a video, and let them write down. Now, if you're not there, they're going to have to write down a few questions, because you told them how much you respect their opinion, and they're going to feel like, I better pay attention. Again, if you're not there, you don't know if they're paying attention. So you do your best job. Hopefully they're paying attention. Because you're going to know, they know if you're calling back with somebody in 10, 13 minutes, they're going to have some intelligent questions because they don't want to look foolish. So that's the best way to get someone to see the video. I'll be back in a minute.
Thanks, Joe. Thank you, Joe.
So the key is, and I want to talk about a few people here in the business, it's about getting into the process, right? It's about, we know who's working the business. We know, when Kevin Verdon, for a year and a half, and he was caught up and he said to me, John, it's not my time, I got things to focus on, and I believed in Kevin. All of a sudden in the last month, he's showing this business model like he didn't do in the past. He was like everybody else, they try to talk about it. That will never duplicate your business. That adds stress to your business. All this is about is like making the appointment. I want to get, Jackie going to some sharp people she knows from back. Hey, listen, I want to get your opinion on the business me and Chris are doing. You got 20 minutes for me? That's it. Make that appointment. Don't say another word. Let the video do the talking. It takes all the stress off you. All you got to do to be retired in this business is show the video. The more people that show the video, make a third-party call, the faster it happens. See, once you get into that, it's like riding a bike. Now Kevin does it to a T. He knows even when he's sitting there watching a video, Jackie said to him, well, what about, I can't answer your questions, Jackie. I'm going to have one of my business. And she got mad. Says, what do you mean? Says, you'll know what I'm talking about. This is how your business is going to duplicate. Kevin, all Kevin did was sit down next to Jackie and her husband, show her that 13-minute video, and then put me on the phone to answer the questions. He made an introduction. This is my upline partner, my business partner, John. John, this is Jackie and Chris, sharp business owners, local business owners. They might have a few questions. Kevin handed over the phone and disconnected himself from the outcome. He didn't have to say one word. Yep.
You know what the beauty of it is, guys? John followed up with Jackie and Lo came to the house. And the amazing thing that I felt was John wanted Jackie and her husband in the business more than I wanted her in the business. Because he realizes that if she's in the business and she does well, John will do well. So guys, you gotta understand something. Your upline really wants your people in the business, and they'll do anything they can to support you and keep them in your business and keep tapping down to them, which John does. And John, thanks.
No problem. For instance, Clarence, sharp guy. It keeps coming. Clarence keeps coming. That tells me something about Clarence. Commitment, right? The people we look for in this business are people with the 3 C's. The man has high character. That's the first thing you look for in a person. Commitment, number 2. He's committed into everything he does. In his regular job, you can just tell he's a stand-up guy. Coachability, right? That's the 3rd C. Somebody that's coachable. If people are going to try to do this their own way, just let them know right up front you're going to fail. Be very coy with them. Just say right up to the front if you're going to try to, because I have people come to my business and say, yeah, I got a way to do this. Really? Really? You got a way to do this? See, we have a system proven that people are making millions of dollars a year, hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, $30,000, $40,000 a year for the average person. That's a big difference, guys, when it comes in every month.
$500 is a difference, bud.
$500 a month. Kevin Verdon went out in 2 months and made over $5,000. $5,000 wired into his bank account in 2 months by getting solar referrals, getting electrical meters, showing new people. But now, once he got this, here's the beauty of this business. Clarence could call Mike Ayers for a third-party call. That's his direct upline. Clarence could call David DeJesus. Clarence could call Tony DePaula. Clarence could call Sadre Jumbalai. Clarence could call John Erlella. Clarence could call Bob Quintana if he gets a high-end guy. You see, Clarence is in business for himself. He's never in business by himself. All these people want to help him. You ever see a business like it? All of these people will take Clarence's call. If he texts them MOW, all Clarence got to do is start knocking on doors, saying, I need to show you something. I want you to take a look at my business plan. Once you start getting into that flow and alerting these people, we're going to help you. We can't go and drag each and every one of you by the arm. David Epstein, a guy who's getting out of his comfort zone. Kevin Verdon, a guy that took a while, is now doing this because he knows where he's going. David Epstein knows where he's going. It took a while, right? It's something new to us. So the quicker you jump into the duplication, it's easy. It takes the stress off. You don't have to be an expert. You're sitting down next to somebody, you got a sharp person waiting for your phone call. All you're doing, if John shows the plan, hey, listen, he has a call set up with Tony DePaul, right? John Charmel. He has it pre-set up. He texts Tony in the morning, hey, Tony, can you take an STP for me, a third-party call at about 1 o'clock? Sure, John. Tony puts it in his schedule. It could be 10 minutes after 1, so as soon as John starts that video, he already has Tony set up. Tony receives a text message, 12 minutes after 1, it says NOW. That means he just hit play on the video. Tony says, okay, I got a call coming in 13 minutes. I need to be in a quiet area. John gets done with the video. He doesn't say a word. He says, hey, let me get you on the phone with one of my business partners. He's a retired lieutenant in the state police, real sharp guy, blowing this business up. He's been doing it a little bit longer. He'll be able to answer any question. He gets Tony on, hey, Tone, John Charmella, how you doing? Hey, John, what's going on? He goes, John. Now, John's going to edify the guy he's sitting next to. He's going to build him up. Tone, I'm sitting next to a real sharp guy, lives in South Amboy. I've known him for 10 years. He just got done watching the video. Hey, Louie, this is like he said, he edified Tony DePaul. All John's going to do is hand over the phone, and Tony's going to take it away. Tony's going to say to him, more than likely, would you, hey, Lou, I appreciate you taking the time to take a look at our business opportunity. He's not going to say, what'd you think? Because when you say, what'd you think, it's going to open up the guy's mind to maybe criticize. What Tony's going to say, he's going to shift his mind to something positive. He's going to say, what'd you most like? Let me ask you, let me get right down to the basics, Lou. What'd you most like about what you just saw? And then he's going to hear, well, I definitely know green energy is a green trend. It's a trend for the future. I really like the passive residual income, help diversify yourself. He's going to come back, and then Tony's going to open up a dialogue with the guy and say, what questions can I answer for you? Where are you at in your mind? On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm about a 7. What can I answer for you that'll get you to an 8 or a 9? That's it. That's the dialogue. All you're doing is going through a process, and when John sits down to show that video, he's disconnected from the outcome. Don't go in and say, oh man, if I get this guy in my business, oh, it's all over, man. This guy, oh my God. It don't matter. Nothing matters. You're going through a process. If that person doesn't have the hair on their arms standing up, then you know what? I had a guy in my house 2 weeks ago who goes, yeah, you know what? I'm thinking about signing up. No, I don't want you. Come back to me, because if you have to push yourself to say I might sign up, you're going to waste my time and your own time. Just be a customer. Just be a customer. See, you get desperate early in the business. Oh, I got to have. No, you don't. No, you don't. You're going to find people. The more people you sort through, that's what everybody's done in this business. The reason Joe O's making $250,000 a month or more, He showed this video to 20 times more people than anybody in the company. That's all it takes, guys. Putting people in your living room, like me and my wife did. Doing it again next week. Doing it again the week after that. Doing it again the week after that. Being the first one at the meetings on Wednesday nights. Because, you know, think of it. If this was your regular job or your regular business, no matter if you're making $30, $40, or $50,000 a year, or even more, and your boss told you to be at a meeting Wednesday night, guess where you're going to be on Wednesday night? You're going to be at that meeting. Too many people make excuses. If you want people to follow you in this business, you better be the first one there. You better be promoting it. Not wait until last minute, hey, there's a meeting Wednesday. No, you got to be the person on fire. If you want to reach high levels in this company, you got to treat this like a real business. It'll happen. I assure you of that. I'm watching it happen to people all over the country. And that's what it takes. Yes, David.
On Friday, I had a meeting with a prospect who's the CEO of a firm that actually controls the security for the Freedom Tower, the entire World Trade Center, and 20 of the highest security buildings in Manhattan.
Kevin Fowler?
No. And I'll tell you later. And so, you know, we watched the video, and not only was he was in awe at the professionalism of how well our video is made. And I mean, he wants to use our people to make his videos.
Dave, let me stop you right there. A year ago, better yet, 6 months ago, would you ever approach that man?
No.
How come?
Because I've surrounded myself with people that are making this happen and watching people grow right before.
And you keep coming, Dave. You keep driving from Manhattan, going to meetings in Long Island. You come down to New Jersey. You keep immersing yourself because now, for the first time in your business, you believe you're meant for this.
Absolutely.
Were you scared early on?
I was extremely scared early.
You were petrified, weren't you, David?
Yes, and that's actually turned into enthusiasm, belief, and excitement to get out there and share this with as many people as I possibly can.
And Dave, I can tell you, because I've been taking a lot of your third-party calls. Steve Levy's been taking, my wife's been taking a lot of your third-party calls. You're putting this in front of the sharpest people. And what did I tell you? Once you start going to super sharp people, what happens? They're the ones that will see it.
Yes.
Not the buddy that you have that's laying on the couch out of work for 9 months. Get his meter. Because there's a reason why he's on his couch for 9 months out of work. If you want something done, go to a busy person, and they're the ones that will see this.
John, you know, he gave me 20 minutes to meet with them. He was just finishing a meeting with Ray Kelly and his partner, and I walked in after them. He saw me for 2.5 hours, and he really didn't want to let me go. He just couldn't believe what he said, what he saw.
And they both signed up, right? He signed up as a real estate partner that owns a real estate company.
That's actually a separate
entity, but I know who this man is because I did the research on him. And what David said is, you know, David has a list. David's wife's like the vice president, right, of what?
She manages CBS Radio.
CBS Radio. You know, very high level job, and him and his wife worked this together with a support mechanism. But now he broke through that circle of fear, we call. Everybody has it. It's a circle of fear. Once you break through that, it's open game for each and every one of you, trust me. Because you get one person like that, they're the people that can put 50 people in a room. When they who's going to not want to be in business with Elon Musk? That's why I say show the sharpest people. We have credibility here. Use it. Use it. Michael Falquist and Elon Musk. We're in business with them.
He said to me, listen to me, after hours I'd like you to start using my conference room, and I'm going to call up all these, we have 13,000 clients. I'm going to call up these companies, and I'm going to have these office managers come, and if they're interested in making more money, we're going to give them the opportunity to make
Dave, tell him about the bill that he says that he's getting you right away, all the commercial bills.
He sent me over a bill it's over 2 million kilowatts. He
said, here, put it in. Here's what he said. This is the type of people, see, when you run into the powerful people that see that green energy is a wave, you're not going to worry about going to Tom around the corner that's laying on the couch, worrying about Tom telling you no.
John, it's even bigger than that because they have 150 owners of this country club. He said once we put this in, we're going to have a meeting next week. All these people own huge homes, all these people own businesses, and all these people are going to want to support what we're doing here.
So Dave, 6 months ago, you would have been worried that this guy would have flat out told you no because he didn't have any confidence. You said, I have a business opportunity I think is for you, and you booked an appointment, correct? You said not another word.
Right.
You got in, showed him the video, you went with Steve Levy. right? And he did your third party. And now look what it opened for you.
Yeah.
The guy just signed up as an associate in 2 entities. He's a professional author of best-selling novels, has a Rolodex second to none.
His whole lifestyle is built on connecting people. He's written a book called The Opportunity Magnet, and the whole concept of everything he does is introducing somebody to the next person. He said it's mind-boggling, and it's not even about network marketing, it's about a successful businessman, and success breeds success. You surround yourself with successful people, amazing things will happen.
Well, that's why I told Mikey Ayers. Mikey Ayers came over to my house one night, and he said, you know what, John, I really appreciate what you and your wife do. I said, what are you talking about? He goes, well, John, you always open your door up and you guide me and you help me out. And he was very thankful, which is a great feeling for me and my wife, you know. And I said, Mike, that's what we do. That's what this business is all about. Picking up the phone and guiding people, helping people, supporting people. What a hell of a job that is, right? I mean, is that a hard job? Have other people want to follow you and watch them be successful? Is everybody going to do it? No. Now the excuses are going to get in the way. A couple of their friends are going to tell them they're nuts. A couple of their friends are going to tell them no. And they're going to be back to loving their job, making somebody else rich. And that's never going to end, folks. Take a page out of David's book. Because David trembled 6 months ago. He had no confidence.
I walked up to John and I actually said, you know, I have a lot of fear. I'm aware that I have fear. I'm not really sure what my fear is, but I know that I am my biggest, you know, obstacle of overcoming this. And I immersed myself in books, and I immersed myself in audiobooks, and I really just went and grew and realized that, you know, I was the only one holding myself back. And, you know, everybody out there is waiting to hear from us. And you know what, the people that aren't, just got to keep it moving, because, you know what, they may even know people that want to hear from you. It doesn't matter.
David, great job on your part. Tony, next, please. Follow up. We say in this business, folks, the fortune is in the follow-up. Not everybody's going to make a decision the minute you go to them. And we think in our minds, it's like we're trying to go to sell them something, and they're going to say, yeah, I want it or I don't want it. That's not the case here. That's not the case here. It's about exposures, right? When you follow up with somebody, if I was to show Jackie the video, and I said, Jack, would it be okay if I gave you a call in like 24, 48 hours? Would it be okay? I wanted to get her permission. I don't want her to think I'm stalking her, right? But when you ask somebody for permission, what are they going to say? She's not going to say, no, don't call me, John. I was polite enough to ask her, right? So it's all about the approach with people, connecting with people. So I'll follow up with Jackie. She saw it before, you know, and if she didn't sign up right away, Kevin would have gave her a video to go look at, liveviridian.com. Look at the culture of the company. Look at what this company does. How we help so many people here at home and overseas. It's a different company. It's not a business. It's a lifestyle of like-minded people. So the fortune's in a follow-up. When you go to show somebody, don't walk out that door just because they didn't make a commitment to you, but leave an attachment for a follow-up. Yes, Kevin.
You know what's great about the follow-up? Not sometimes do you follow up with the people, but it's amazing. I met a gentleman a year and a half ago, not mentioning his name, and it wasn't for him, he was too busy. He followed up with me after he lost his job and said, wow, I should have got into this a year and a half ago. How do I get in it now? And now he's in my business. You know, because people see that you're still doing, are you still doing that? Yeah. Well, you know what, maybe I want to look at it again. You know, just by striking a little bit of conversations. And it's amazing how some people will really follow up with you also, knowing that you're still doing what you're
Kevin,
doing.
when people ask me if I'm still doing that, I ask them if they still pay their utility bills.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's not that deep.
No, it's great, you know, because you're showing them the belief that I still have.
The continuity, and you just keep going.
Yeah, it's great.
Tony, what's step 7, brother? Consult your coach.
Oh, sorry.
Consult your coach, be coachable. You know, all this is about is following like David said, he started surrounding himself with the top people in the business. That's what I did when I got in. I surrounded myself with Bob Quintana, Joe O, Frank Marone, the Kenny brothers, the top people. I said, if I could just do what they're doing and cheat from them, right? Cheat from them. Just, it's very simple. You don't need to recreate nothing.
We're modeling. We're modeling.
Yeah, emulate. Emulate what somebody else is doing. That's all it's about, guys. And just saying you have no fear, I'm going to do this, hell or high water, and you're going to do it. Don't worry about people telling you no. Who cares? They're always going to tell people no, those people.
You have to turn no to maybe.
Yeah, you know, and so really consult your coach. If you have questions why things ain't going on, if John has a stumbling block, John, call your upline. You have enough people in your upline, call them. But start taking action, because you can't course correct yourself if you didn't put your car in drive. If you're not moving, you can't make corrections because you don't know what you're doing wrong because you're not doing anything. You're spinning in circles. You're not going to move. You're not going to get traction if you don't put the car in drive like David's doing. David, you're showing a plan, what, 5, 6, 7 times a week now?
Yes.
Because he said, John, what does it take? I said, you know how to hit play? That's it. Get in front of people. He's putting people in his living room in his penthouse in Manhattan. Sharp people. I need to show you what I'm doing. Me and my wife. He's doing that. He's going to see people in their office. He's running into people and he's showing a 13-minute video. You don't have to be an expert. Play. Play. That's all you got to do.
The CEO of this company said, listen, there's no way I'm going to watch a 13-minute video. I'm going to be bored out of my mind. I said, here's the thing. This is the way the business works. You're going to want to watch this video because if you believe in me and you believe in this business, you're going to want to watch this video because how can you ask somebody else to do something you're not doing yourself? He was glued to that thing the entire time. And we handled it.
Because the video is professional. We all seen it. Right?
If they don't have the patience or they're not going to sit and watch the video, they're not going to build the business. So just keep it moving.
Yeah, and listen, when you get people that come into your business and they say, well, you know what? I really don't do meetings. I don't go to meetings. I'm not going to show the video. I don't make a third-party call. Just tell them right away. Just be my customer. You're going to be wasting your time. You're going to be wasting my time. Say there's people, the top 6 earners in this company, myself and my wife included at number 6, I think we're making like $5.5 million a year between the top 6 people. And there's a lot of people below that are making their $10, $20, $30, $50, $100, $150, $200,000 a year. It's going to start happening for a lot of people. This is an explosion we're sitting on with more products and more state opening. Have a big vision. Have big dreams. Don't have a little box of dreams. Have big dreams that you deserve this. And then just take the action. What's step 8, Dave? Duplicate. Dominate. Duplicate and dominate. It's about, it's about the bonding of people. It's about growing people. When you get people that come in your business, like Kevin's doing, he's spending a lot of time with Jackie, right? Because he knows once Jackie gets this, she'll get out of her comfort zone. Take baby steps with the people early on. Hold their hand, lock arms with them, and just duplicate a model. Build their belief. Nobody's going to come into this business and have a full belief system. See, I had my full belief system because I had no option for failure. I had to do this. I had no choice. The pain was too great, knowing that my family would not be protected if my medical condition takes a turn for the worst. So my pain was too great up here already that I had to take massive action and nothing was going to stop me from being successful. Because then I would just be like the average working person out there that's just satisfied. Just satisfied being average. What's that, Dave?
Ready for the video?
Yep.
Hey everybody, this is Eric Morgan. Welcome to NetworkMarketingPro.com. I have an old network marketing adage for you today. Write this down. Make sure that you build your network marketing career activities around this concept. It doesn't matter what works. It only matters what duplicates. It doesn't matter what works. It only matters what duplicates. What do I mean by that? There's a few of you out there that are so skilled, so talented, that you can make fancy things work. You can go talk to the heads of government, and you have contacts inside huge corporations, and you have all of these networking abilities. And you can sometimes get trapped by that skill because you go do it, it might work for you, it might not work for you, but it certainly won't duplicate for you. And when it doesn't duplicate, you don't get all the benefits of network marketing. Network marketing, the benefit is a small group, or a large group of people doing a few simple things over a sustained period of time. The beauty of this is you can start with it being 100% of your effort, but you can end with it where your income is only 1% or less of your effort and 99% from a large group of people around the world. So what do we all want? What do you want? As a network marketing professional, you want freedom, you want leverage, you want sustainability. You don't get that by doing something fancy. So it doesn't matter what works, it only matters what duplicates. And what I mean, what you have to be thinking about with that in mind is what you're doing every day. Can every single person in your organization do the same thing? If they can't do what you're doing every day, you've got to change it to something that can be done by everyone in your organization every day. That's why third-party tools are so important. That's why stories are so important. It levels the playing field so it can duplicate for you. That's why simple systems inside of our organizations are so important, because it creates a system for duplication to have a chance at survival. You can kill duplication by getting fancy, or you can foster duplication by keeping it simple, keeping it third party, keeping it around stories, keeping it around systems. It doesn't matter what works. It only matters what duplicates. So ladies and gentlemen, my wish for you is that you decide to become a network marketing professional. You decide to go pro, because it is a stone cold fact that we have a better way. Now let's go tell the world. Everybody, have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Eric, I spoke with Eric on stage at the Washington, D.C. Hilton in front of about 3,800 people. It was a humbling day for me, but I became close with this guy, and he contacted me, and he would keep a close relationship. I talked to him maybe once a month. He's very busy, travels around the world. And he hit home with a lot of things to me that opened my eyes up. Because he told me his story. See, everybody in this industry has a story. Nobody comes in this business and goes like this right to the top. It just don't happen. Nobody. And he had failure after failure after failure after failure. He's made over $80 million right now in this industry because he believed in this, right? See, it's about belief, folks. It's not going to happen overnight. You want to change your life over 5 years, where Jackie could say, hey, Chris, you know what? Let's go to Hawaii for a month with our kids. You can't do that owning a regular business. I'll tell you right now, you can do that right here, because this thing's going to explode. And no matter what other people try to distract you in your vision, there's a lot of dream stealers out there. There's a lot of people that are going to try to steal your dreams. I have them, Kevin has them, Tony has them, John has them, we all have them. Don't let nobody steal your dreams. They just want to be workers. They want you to be in the miserable place that they're in. Misery loves company. Break away from the everyday. Start saying to yourself like I did, if John and Lowell could do this, why can't Chris and Jackie do it? That's all it is. If other people are doing it, why can't I do it? Ask yourself that question. It's just about putting yourself out there. If I made a commitment today to go out and get 10 meters, I would go out and get 10 meters today. It's as simple as that. It don't matter if I had to go see 20 people, I'll get 10 meters. Make the commitment to yourself. And I guarantee it'll happen for you. Let's see each other, let's see everybody Wednesday night. This business is all about putting butts in the seats. About promoting, showing that video as much as possible. It'll happen to you. I assure you, if you take these steps, it'll happen. Thanks for coming out today, guys.
Thank you, John. Do you have any solar proposals from Pennsylvania that you can email me? I'd love to see, you know, what your rates are and all that.
Keep coming, man. I'm proud of you. That's what it's about, man. The more confidence you get, John, just like David Epstein. David Epstein was a guy, let me tell you something, he had fear. See, she's going to be good because she has zero fear.
No, I fear. I feel.
That's why I tell you. Put in your book, Sundays.
What people do over there, my life. That's my house.
I know, we're just live, L-I-V-E. Appreciate you guys coming out, man. Yeah, definitely. Try to get this video done. You guys were waiting. It didn't look good. People were quitting. Ships were down. You were starving. It was cold. And what happened? Oh my God. Great story.
Like out of nowhere.
I know.
Out of nowhere.
No announcement.
No announcement. Like, hey, sold it. You know, Alex filled me in. Like, dude, tomorrow I'm getting sold. Yes, we're getting sold.
So I don't know the market too well. So it's from Bucks County all the way down to the bottom of the state, right?
Yeah.
So what utility is that?
It's
all Pico. So what's Pico's all in?
All in about right now at 9.07.
And which solar did you have?
For solar, they just gave Alex. I saw it myself, but I still didn't get it. We're working because I'm in the development, like an association. We're trying to get to see it.
That's what I'm saying.
Going down. So the all-in is 15.9. That's awesome. 15.9. Cheaper to get it's 15.7. And we know that rate's only going up.
Oh, wait a minute. You're asking all in, including the distribution.
Yes, and that's what you calculate. That's what you work on.
Oh, whoa. Okay, yeah, that is more. That is 50, yeah. Because, you're right, I'm sorry.
No.
9.7, it's just the generation. Not the delivery, not the taxes, not the yeah, you're right. It's about
See you, brother. Good seeing you, man.
So, this is a small room. Tiny home.
Because you know that this is going to occur. Between 4 and 5% of the year, prices are going to go up. So basically, if you pay the same air utility and you fix it for 20 years, why would you fix it?
Thank you. You can fix it for 20 years.
20-year fix right here if you have solar.
The
Solar is 20, and that's free.
cents per kilowatt.
But that's,
Solar.
did you hear what we just said? It's
Included.
everything.
Right.
It's delivery.
My next door neighbor, can't control that. It's all, what the fuck is this incentive for benefit? I'm like, why am I paying? Why are there that many lines on my bill?
In Pico, there's 3 lines. It's amazing.
Let's see, bro. Got our people lines. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
He's killing us. Texting like crazy. That's great stuff, man.
Yeah, 9.7, and we're having about another almost 7 cents in the distribution. There's 3 lines. Distribution, transmission, and something else.
So all that
Yeah, it's like
is
16.
fixed now, because you put glass on your roof for free, and you're gonna be you're gonna pay them for what you produce. So instead of paying your utilities, you're gonna be paying Solar City. Basically a locked-in rate, that 15.7, which is cheaper than utility, for the next 20 years.
What is the utility?
15.9.
Pico, 59, and this is 57.
Or you can get the adjustable.
Take care of his mother.
It's a different plan.
Yeah.
So it's not for 1 year from now.
It goes up every year, it goes up 2.9%. So if you look, here, I want to show you something. They-
Every year 2.9, so the smart
2.9,
people will sign up for 10 years.
Yeah,
They will sign up for 20 years and lock it.
Yeah. Why? They don't want to do it?
Yeah, for a different customer. It's like getting an adjustable mortgage.
It's like
If I'm moving out this house, I can take this with me. Yes.
Here it is.
Or if I go to different state, I can leave it with the, you can leave it with the customer. Say here's the customer of this. What is the 25% increase in your home value? You can just leave it and sign up.
Here is here's the adjustable. You put an amortization schedule.
Yeah.
About buying somebody and paying for somebody or
So 2.9% every year.
saying, well, I don't do things.
Yeah.
Percent.
They're either gonna be.
But it definitely
they're gonna have
goes
to be
up
fully committed.
every year.
But I have this person.
2%. Why sign for adjustable though for a
You were
year?
really excited.
I would sign for 20 years.
Most people would.
But it goes with the utility, right? Whatever the utility, or you start off
Automatically, you start off at 12.
and then it increased 2% based on 12, not the utility, right?
No, it's 2% on 12 is what?
You're not doing anything yourself.
1.2, like 10 cents, I mean, infinitesimal, right? He shows you there.
It'll take you about roughly about 6 years.
Can you move your car real quick, just so John can
Yeah.
6 to 7 years.
To catch up on the 15.9,
Absolutely.
right? By that time, the utility is going to be like $1 a kilowatt.
I'm struggling with you know why? PSEG is 2 cents over. I get, why should I pay more coming to you and it's 2 cents over? Nobody's saying that. Nobody says, so I've been concentrating on solar. You don't have to get meters, you can get solar customers. But they're still your PCC. One of my PCCs is from the awards partner. You know what I would do? Find 25 people that want to be your awards partner. They all put themselves in. That's your 25 PCC. It's easier than ever. You don't even have to get meters. Because with the awards, I want to take you down to the pizza and I'll show you my. John, let me help you with the chairs here. John, would these tiebacks go downstairs?
What?
These go downstairs?
No, they're for the
okay.
conference hall.
No, nothing.
Oh, I thought.
Where you need to put these?
We're just gonna spread these out so I can bring the big table in, Claire. And, yeah, we're gonna walk that in and.
You shouldn't be left. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, let me get this show, boss.
Get the hell out of here.
Hey, Gene, can you guys give a hand carrying this table in, please? Now just center it, just come on this way, guys, right under the lights. Bingo, good. Thank you, that's good.
Thank you, guys. Thank
You
you.
know what, John?
John, let's try and move it from the side next time because it's actually bending. in the-
Okay.
I felt that when we lifted it.
Yeah, it's
Alright.
doing
A
it
lot
so
of
many
pressure on that
times.
glass.
What?
Yeah.
Not grabbing it, then.
Yeah, we've been grabbing it from the ends for a long
Catch it in the
time.
center and then,
So
Exactly.
you want somebody on the side then?
Yeah, next time we'll move it on.
Okay, I didn't realize that.
No, I just, we just.
I know.
Not feeling good.
What about these? These somewhere?
The folding chairs go in this closet, guys. And the bar stools go out by the bar.
Catch these right here. Look at
All hands.
Always.
Two more and one more. Last one. Okay, that's it, right, John?
Yeah.
So
Thanks, guys.
what do you,
Great meeting, man.
for the PSE&G, what's your favorite nugget for that when they say it's 2 cents higher? What's your,
Put them in a 6-month flex. The rates are going up in June.
oh, okay.
Put 'em in, like Bob and Eve said. Bob and Eve knows that market as good as anybody. He said, John, that meeting, that market's gonna, in the next 8 months, they're gonna have 2 price increases. What do you think the people are gonna save over a 2.5-year period? You put them in, put them in a flex, they're saving guaranteed for the next 8 months.
5%, yeah.
That's, so they don't go back to, then they lock into a rate the day you sign them up today.
Yeah.
So they're locking into a rate today, moving forward for the next 2.5 years, and they're gonna be involved in like 8 rate increases over the next 2.5 years. You think you're gonna go down? No. No.
Wow. Now I heard Massachusetts is going, what was that? The Massachusetts is going. Oh, that's it.
The 3-year plan, guys.
sent you off.